Well, Steeler Nation, I just can't keep up. I can't keep up. I just got done recording Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate with my mate and co-host, Pittsburgh Owen, and there is so much news coming in. And I thank you guys for the constant support. If you like this channel, Steeler Nation Australia, hit that sub, hit that like, and also comment below. Let's talk about a few things. First of all, let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. According to their website, which I use their website a lot because it's just so factual. It's right from their website, right? Now, if I scroll up, roster moves continue for the Steelers. The Steelers have now signed linebacker Marcus Allen and Trent Scott to the 53-man roster, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. In the same move, they had to put Calvin Austin III and safety DeMonte Kazi on the injured reserve list. So Kazi, I did hear reports that he might be out for 6, 7, 8 weeks, depending, something like that. And Calvin Austin, I don't know how severe that injury is. However, he's starting the season on IR, and he hasn't played for the Pittsburgh Steelers yet. So hopefully these guys can come back. Now, also in other news, right? Because this is getting crazy, man. We are so close to the season. The team has signed defensive back Mark Gilbert, tight end Justin Rigg. Now, Mark Gilbert played, I think, for the Steelers or was with the Steelers last year on their practice squad in their cornerback rotation, right? I'm not sure if he played too many games. Justin Rigg, no idea where he comes from. And Chappelle Russell, which is one of my favorite comedians, David Chappelle, right? They also joined the other 8 players we discussed yesterday. So there are now 11 players on the squad, still 5 more to go, right? And this is it's just a thing that is occurring over time, right? But I guess the big thing is here that we need to talk about, guys, is also another bit of news too. If I get rid of this and I bring up this one here, there, everywhere, we have Marcus Allen for sure, right? Marcus Allen coming back into the team. He was cut. I'm not a huge fan of what Marcus Allen does at middle linebacker. I believe that Spillane and even Bush and even Mark Robinson can play better at middle linebacker than Marcus Allen can, right? But also in other news in our linebacking core, the Pittsburgh Steelers have claimed back Jameer Jones off waivers from the Jags and released Derek Zutska. So there are so many moves, and we're like 7 days away from the Cincinnati Bengals going into their home stadium and trying to get a victory. Now, I do believe the Pittsburgh Steelers will put up a bit of fight. I think we have a good defense. But let's talk about a few things. So Marcus Allen's back, right? Trent Scott, he's back. Thing is, though, how long will these guys stick around? If we focus on Marcus Allen, the minute that DeMonte Kazi gets, healthy again, or Calvin Austin, will he be cut and then bring back Calvin Austin? So, or if they bring back Calvin Austin, will they go and cut one of the receivers? Maybe they might cut Steven Sims. I don't know, right? However, at the moment with the 53, if we look at the roster here, which is changed by now, okay, you have Calvin Austin and you have DeMonte Kazi on the roster, but now they're off. And we have Marcus Allen and Trent Scott. So nothing else is much to change except they did cut Zutska. So Zutska made it, and now Jameer Jones is there. So there seems to be a lot of moves. There seems to be a lot of moves going on. And to me, I want to ask you guys, are you guys happy with the moves? Because I'll be honest, I'm not too worried about Jameer Jones coming back and playing for the Steelers and taking over Zutska's role. I think the addition of Malik Reed, we haven't even talked about Malik Reed too. I think Malik Reed coming into this defense is fun to watch too. I think he'll be awesome to see. I think he played for about 26 games in Denver. I think he's a key piece behind Highsmith, behind TJ Watt, right? So I'm excited to see what he can do. So, and I still don't think this will be the 53 that's going to go into Cincinnati. But what do you guys think? Are you happy that Marcus Allen is back? I'm not a huge fan of his play. Like I said today on the Pittsburgh Steeler Syndicate, if you want to go check out that channel too, Pittsburgh Steeler Syndicate, I'll leave a link in the description for the podcast myself and Owen did. I talked about how Marcus Allen has not made a splash play. Not at all. He has no fumbles. He has no interceptions, no pass deflections. He only has about 40 tackles or 35 tackles in 3 years. Myself and Owen also talked about in the podcast that Marcus Allen has only played, I think, about 7% of snaps, right? And we also know that, Benny Snell and Derek Watt have made the team too. And there's like, why? Please, Matt Canada, can we start to use Derek Watt more or Snell in the system? So I'm excited for the season, guys. There's a lot going on with the news and players getting cut. Like one day the player's here, the next day he's gone. He's out of here. It's very hard to keep up with. But I think once the season starts, I think we'll start to understand how the Steelers are going to use certain players in certain situations. I still feel a bit annoyed and pissed off, and I bet DeMonte Carsey feels the same way, that he can't play until his wrist, starts to heal, right? Starts to heal. So basically, guys, that's pretty much a nutshell today. Was just the news there. I don't think anything else really happened, but it's where is it here? Yeah, teams can now add up to 16 players, so there's still 5 more players to go. And it goes on to talk about the linebacker and that kind of stuff. So basically, they've added 3 players to the roster: Mark Gilbert, Justin Rigg, Chappelle Russell, to summarize. DeMonte Carsey have now gone to IR, same as Calvin Austin, and they've brought back Marcus Allen and Trent Scott. So that's the big news of the day, guys. And yeah, appreciate you guys checking out the content. And I will link that podcast with me and Owen if you want to go check it out. Goes for about 40 minutes, and we pretty much discuss what is happening with Watt, Snell, Marcus Allen, and things like that. We are a little bit negative in the podcast, but these are our true feelings being true Pittsburgh Steeler fans. So thanks, guys, checking it out. As always,